Right. So what we did is we purchased a very inexpensive UPS. We just got an APC SmartUps 750, and on the back of it you'll usually have a plate. In that plate, right here, you'll see the arrow pointing to is where we installed the UPS network management card. I think we paid about somewhere around $190 for this network management card, and we had to fully power off the UPS before installing it. So I just want to let you know that we did read the instructions. And once we installed it, then it got a little tricky putting the IP address on the APC, but once we managed in there, because you get right into the GUI, and then of course you manage it. So at this point, once we got it connected, we then were able to log right into the APC network management card. So you'll see it here, and also you can check it with PowerChute. If your PowerChute is connected, you have a larger UPS system with multiple network ports on it. They do make the network management card with multiple ports. You want to verify that your battery capacity is at 100% for obvious reasons. Here you can also set up for other reasons, for administrative levels, to put your email address so you have a duplicate alerting system, which will help you. So we put the email address in here and under the administration. But the real main focus is just verify that you have your proper load in watts and the runtime remaining. This is important. Here it shows at 5. I'm going to try to blow up the screen for you so you all can see that better. So we have, if we were to run fully out of power, the battery life would only be 5 minutes. Now that's not very much, especially if you have 2 servers on it. So I recommend that you consult with the APC or MGA, the UPS manufacturers, to find out what the runtime would be specified for the amount of voltages that your servers are going to need and the uptime. So that will help you gauge if you do have a power outage to set your time values for your graceful shutdown. So once we verify that our battery capacity is at 100%, we know that we're at 5 minutes, let's go take a look at what we're going to do with the DSS V6. So what I did is I put 2 servers up here, DSS source and DSS destination. The reason why I did that is because I wanted to show everybody what happens if you're using auto failover or some form of replication. Especially with auto failover, you really don't want to have the source server to shut down first before the secondary destination server. So I'm making a point here, if you are using auto failover, then what you probably want to do on the destination server that we have here is to make sure that he shuts down before the source server. Let's go take a look at the source server. Let's go to setup and then hardware. And here I have it set for 60 seconds. So I give it enough time that the secondary will be gracefully shut down from the signal from the UPS saying, hey, we are out of power, we are running on battery life, and of course that's when we set up the 60 seconds on the source, so he is last. Now if you're having a single server where there's no replications, then disregard that last setup then you can set it for any value. You can set it up for actually 4 minutes. You want to be able to make sure that in case there's additional, there might be, let's say, a monitor, which you really wouldn't want to put on there, that might suck up some more of the power and you lose more time. Another thing I want to get over, and we'll come back to this, is really it's important to set up your email so you have some alerting as well, besides the event viewer. And if we look at the event viewer, you'll have events on when the UPS is going to tell the DSS to gracefully shut down, but also you want to have some email alerting system and notification about it as well. So I recommend to set up your email system notification in the DSS where you put your email account, the authentication for the account name, of course your password, and the SMTP outgoing mail server. You want to put that here. Now, and you want to verify it. So here, if we look, I've already did a test a little earlier today to make sure my email is working. And here I have my source and destination verifying the connection test. It's real easy. If you want to test it, put the password in. It doesn't save it for viewing eyes. And here we can hit apply. And it says text message sent, check your email. So you want to verify that you are getting email alerts from the DSS, and here we see that it just came in. That way you know you get your alert messages. All right, so now let's go back to set up hardware. And I want to go over this with you. Now, we did talk about the APC. But APC, we don't have the NUT configuration for it. So you're going to have to use the MGE. That's why we're bringing up this topic. There's a lot of confusion. We are still working on it. But this is the solution for many of you who've asked, how do we work it with the network management card? So MGE does have the capability of using the UM link. Now the UM link is really, scroll down on the bottom here, and you'll see UM link for Snmp. Now this agent is for connecting to Snmp compatible UPSs and accessories on the Ethernet. That's the reason why we selected. On the port, there's only one selection, so that will be easy for you to do. Here is the Snmp's host agent domain. Now this is referencing to the UPS network management card here. Here you'll see the IP address of 1.249. And here we have set for 1.249 as well. And that's where the DSS is getting its information, and it's going to be instructed by the UPS, power is out, and therefore do your graceful shutdown. Also, the UPS mode is single. If you're going to set it for master and slave, obviously slave is for the master. That is not what you want, nor is that for this purpose. More information, it's very simple about these different values can be looked at the online help, and you'll be able to see them right here. All right, at this point, I'm going to ask Janice to go ahead and pull that cable, and she's running back right now to the server room where we have it. And we're going to look at the destination. The destination is going to have a graceful shutdown first. So let's look at it. So here, she just shut them down. We're going to give them just a second. And let's see if we get it. Is it off? Thank you, Janice. Okay, let's see if we get some alert messages. Recycle it through. Let me give it a second. Oh, looks like we got a message. Yep, UPS localhost is now on battery. So you are going to get these messages. Look at and we just hear the beeps in the background, so we know something's going on. And so now with the secondary, we'll see if we can access the GUI so we can verify. So let's go to status system. And let's verify again. So the battery runtime is going to run for, let's look at the UPS. Let's make sure we get the status control and overview. And here we go, power failure. So now we're on battery. You could see that the capacity is starting to drop. So one server already dropped off, which added more time for the primary, which is our source server. And now it's gracefully shut down for both of them. So obviously, what we have is, and of course you can see the second destination server is no longer accessible. It's just basically we're not going to get anywhere into the GUI. Those are just caching. And of course now the power failure, the battery is still communicating on the network, and we're getting probably emails at this point in time. So once the systems are shut down, obviously I can't show any more, but I just wanted to show you how to set up the DSS V6 when using your UPS server system and a power supply with your network management card that you put in place. So this helps you to understand how to set it up properly. All right, that's it. Thank you, everybody. It's a short webinar. Also want to keep everybody abreast. If you're having any information, I want to let you know about our search engine. Very valuable to use. If you type in UPS right in here, we should be able to get lots of information from our knowledge base, forums, and website. Here, if you click on the knowledge base, we'll sort it out for how to set up your UPS and configuration for an APC 750XL. So we talk about using cables, how to basically set it up with the serial. Okay, we made photographs of these, but it's really important to get your equipment on UPS and setting up properly, especially with auto failover. We've seen a lot of tickets come in where we find out that it's not set up properly, and you can cause a split brain. Or what they'll do is they'll have the source server drop down first before the secondary. And that's really not the proper way to do it. And soon we will be having active-active instead of the active-passive. And the active-active, well, it won't matter which one you power off first. And that'll be coming up soon. So please take advantage of using our website. And as always, we have a lot of information. If you go to support, libraries, and basically go to webcasts and videos, here is where you'll see all the webinars that are recorded, and such as this one. Well, we like to keep them short so you can all go back to work. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.